Hey there everybody, lots of you have requested that I keep you guys updated on what is going on with my hand, things that I'm doing to help it get better, is it getting better, just all the questions, right? So to those of you who do not know, I have developed psoriatic arthritis in my left hand in the joints. Very painful, not fun. At the same time, it triggered trigger finger and my index finger. So, just why not just take care of it all in one go, right? So if you haven't seen my other update video, thank you so much to everybody who watched that video. So many great suggestions. For me personally, I have chosen a much more holistic approach to dealing with this. So it is a lot of supplements that, fight inflammation, diet change, exercise, stretches, hand warm-ups, those types of things. I talk about a lot of that in that video. That has been my chosen path. I have seen really good results from that. If you notice right now, I do not actually have the splint on my hand. So it has gotten better. The psoriatic arthritis has almost completely gone dormant. Okay, my joints feel so much better. I started taking a bunch of fish oil, curcumin, or however you pronounce it, and just different things that really help fight inflammation. Collagen, lots of things, and it really does seem to be helping, especially now that we're at the 8, 9, 10 week mark of me doing these things consistently every single day. You really start to reap all the benefits from it. So, like I said, I'm not wearing the splint anymore. I do wear it at night. I spent 3 weeks with the splint on my index finger 24/7. I would take it off every couple hours and do tendon gliding exercises with my hand. I showed that in the other video. And it really seemed to help. My fingers no longer clicking, doing all that kind of stuff. I'm still very, what's the word, gingerly doing things with my hand. I've started some very light rehab with my index finger now. Maybe 10, 15 minutes a day. I just do very gentle chromatic exercises on the guitar. I am not going to push myself. I was about 2 weeks into this whole process and my fingers started feeling a lot better, and that was when I got the Nuno guitar, and I was like, oh, I'll just play some guitar. It totally re-injured my finger, so I quickly realized I need to be diligent and I need to be much more responsible on the way that I'm doing this stuff. Like, guitar can wait, let your hand heal. So that's huge advice I can give anybody. Just shelf it if you can. I know some people do not have that luxury. They have to keep working, have to keep doing that stuff. And I haven't stopped working. I was just like, you know what? Dude, just play some simple riffs. It doesn't have to be shreddy stuff all the time. And, if you have to, talk. I'm talking right now. And I am going to plug in here in a little bit a clip from an update video I shot a couple weeks ago about some ways that I continue to play, working on just my right hand stuff. I've done a lot of tapping things here recently, but I thought an update should be the most up to date, not from 3 weeks ago. So for me, I only wear the brace now when I'm playing guitar because I do want to immobilize that index finger, not flex it. And I also wear it at night. If you don't know, at night your hands tend to close when you're sleeping, and you really want to keep this finger straight as possible. So at night I'm still wearing it. I wake up, my hands are very stiff. I do my tendon gliding exercises. It really helps. There's different ones you can do, flexing your fingers, all those different things. So that's kind of where we are. It's another 3 weeks of splinting at night, and I am going to remain extremely diligent on all of this stuff, and be back in no time. I've actually shot a bunch of videos that you guys will be seeing. So if you see my splint on in all these videos for the next month or so, just know it's because I'm working on other stuff. I just went ahead and shot a bunch of stuff, and it was just like, well, videos probably carry into July, and you're gonna be like, you still have the splint on. Hopefully by then, I'm good to go. So, other than that, guys, here is that playing stuff I was talking about. Just thank you all so much for your concern, your good vibes. I'm a huge believer in, positive energy and all that kind of stuff, and just know that I genuinely appreciate it, and we'll be back to shredding in no time. Take it easy, homies. Okay, so here's how I was practicing when I couldn't use my left hand at all. I was like, how can I still work on something picking related, but I didn't want it to just be like a normal tuned guitar, open strings. Like, well, I could do some, open tuning stuff. And this is what I came up with. This might already be a tuning, and I'm just not aware of it, but this is kind of how my brain was working. I wanted to have the top 3 strings tuned to one chord, and the bottom 3 strings tuned to a different chord. Now, the top 3 I tuned to, I'm kind of envisioning it as E minor. It's actually just E, B, E. If you add the G down here, you have your E minor chord that you would normally play. Okay? But I tuned the bottom 3 strings to G, A, and then D, which gives you a G sus2. So you have essentially 2 chords, and then that work really well together. And I was just doing picking exercises. I was going, you know, and I was like, okay, that kind of like a pedal idea. You know, stuff like that. And I just came up with a lot of these different picking patterns that I was practicing when I couldn't use my left hand at all. So because I was like, well, open strings I think are some of the most difficult strings to pick because there's no tension on them like when you fret a note. When you fret something, you know, I think it actually makes the string easier because it's a little bit tighter. But when they're open, you know, and kind of just floppy, to me that's difficult. So I was working on different picking drills.